your energy forecast for December 2023. So on December 21st, we will see the sun move out of Sagittarius energy and move into Capricorn. So this also triggers the solstice. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we are experiencing the winter solstice. In the Southern Hemisphere, they are experiencing the summer solstice. Either way, whichever way you look at it, wherever you're at in the world, this is a karmic reset. The solstice, of course, is the, let's call it, lowest point of the sun here in the Northern Hemisphere, which means that we're low on life force energy. There is a whole system, a whole theory, if you will, on why Capricorn season is the way that it is with that solstice energy, ushering in new karmic chapters due to Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn energy, the ruler of karma himself, being in his place of power, not only over the season, but over the holidays. Again, not going to get too far into it, but Saturnalia was the celebration of our ancestors. And again, Saturnalia, Saturn being the, let's call it, idol that those ancestors of ours were worshiping at the time, definitely had a major impact on the chapters that we were closing out and the new chapters that we were moving into. Of course, Capricorn season ushers us into the new year. The new year, although, modernly we are expecting that to be the absolute new calendar, we know, astrologically speaking, that the new year actually doesn't begin until we see the sun move into Aries energy, which of course is the equinox energy that we experience in March. This is kind of like the final chapter, the final countdown, if you will. This is why in our solar chart, we experience the dark night of the soul from Capricorn season all the way to Aries season. It is a time of deep reflection, a time of rest, a time of recovery, a time of recalibration. Of course, Capricorn season being a cardinal energy, again, cardinal energies are initiating energies. We just came out of Sagittarius season. We were in a high experimental phase with this new identity, with this new version of self, with new wants, needs, desires, really pushing the boundaries of what once was in order to see what could be when we find that sweet spot, when we start aligning with this new vibration, with this new frequency. So out of immutable energies such as Sagittarius, we were pushing the boundaries, testing, experimenting. What we come up with is what we are now anchoring in, what we're initiating upon in Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy being an earth sign has a lot to do with our physical realm, our physical body, what's going on in our physical lives, where we have new roles, new responsibilities, where we have new goals, new drive, new ambition. There is a certain situation and circumstance where we have to get our shit together. We have to get things in order. Capricorn energy likes to take the chaos that we experienced in Sag season and give it a job, give it a placement. Again, taking the chaos and putting it into an orderly fashion. We really enjoy productivity. We enjoy really seeing a job come to full completion. And in a lot of different aspects, the Capricorn energy has our sight set on the next thing. Very rarely do we reach a certain completion point and think, oh, that's it. I'll take a nice break here in Capricorn season. Nope, we're on to the next thing. We're crossing things off the list. We are gaining more perspective and momentum towards finding out what kind of goal, what kind of vision, what kind of dream we now want to create, build, bring to life, and achieve. So we're definitely thinking about restructuring our lives, and it comes at a very interesting time, especially as we approach the holiday season. And again, this is a little bit, let's call it divinely scripted in order to keep us scatterbrained, to keep us kind of divided in our energy and our power, because what we're supposed to be doing in Capricorn season is being a little bit by ourselves, a little bit introverted, really getting to know our own energy. But of course, you can't do that when you're socializing, when you're having holiday parties and you're around a bunch of people, especially if Alcohol is involved. This is one of the detriments about this particular point in time in the calendars. We really need to be grounded. We really need to be stable. But a lot of the activities that come with this particular point in the calendar really go against what it is that the natural flow of this energy of this season really supports us in doing. So whether you're taking part in the festivities or not, what we're looking to do on an energy level is get a grip, to get grounded, to get rooted, to get anchored in reflecting, of course. And again, Mercury being retrograde in this particular point in time is helping us to reflect back over the year that we just had, whether or not we reached our goals, what we could have done differently, where it is that craziness and chaos can no longer live and exist in our realm, and how we're going to kind of create a different structure, routine, way of going about our day, really fulfilling and stepping into new roles and responsibilities and what that looks like. This is a time for us to really get focused on where we've learned some tough love life lessons in the past and how to integrate that moving forward. We want results, and we want to know how to go about getting those results. We want clarity. We want a path, a plan, a strategy. We want to be operating within a particular framework, particular boundary, particular limit that we know if we check off all the boxes and we do X, Y, and Z, that there is no way that we can't kind of see how the results are going to unfold for us. We're working towards long-term visions, long-term dreams, long-term goals. Now, we're definitely more in a conservative type of mind frame. We don't want to do too much. We just came out of that Sag energy that really pushed us to bite off more than we can chew, really over-exaggerated the possibilities, the opportunities that we were currently trying to conjure up. And although there's nothing wrong with pushing the boundaries, it is very unrealistic, unachievable, if you will. And if you've been with me for any amount of time, you would know that when I talk about Sag energy, I say, give yourself permission to dream a bigger dream, but know that you're going to have to refine that. And you may be actually setting yourself up for disappointment, because once Capricorn season comes, we come back down to reality. We don't live in la la land. We have to live in reality. So we're taking a much more conservative approach to our thoughts, to our ideas, to our path, to our plans, but mostly to our emotions. We are not emotionally driven in Capricorn season. We let logic and practicality kind of show us what would be the ideal path, the plan, the goal, the strategy for us to be following into. We're really not about taking risks. We don't want to make any impulsive moves. We are in a state of visualization and thinking, not in making moves. And so that's why I think it's very interesting that Capricorn season kind of ushers us into the new modern day calendar where, New Year's resolutions are pushed and all that kind of stuff, because we're not supported in doing anything new. We're not supported in bringing new things to life. We're not supported in taking action upon the goals that we're trying to kind of set for ourselves. What we're supposed to be doing is stepping back, acting as the observer, thinking about all the different variables, if you will, different options, if you will. Not a time to push any type of agenda. We need to kind of formulate that in our inner realm before we can take action upon it. So we're not doing any kind of impulsive moves. We're not taking any kind of leaps or bounds in any kind of direction. Low, slow, and steady will win the race every single time with this Capricorn energy. We want to set ourselves up for the long game. And if that means short-term sacrifice, then we will do just that. We want to take care of our future selves. We want to set ourselves up, our future selves, for success. And by taking a step-by-step approach to whatever it is that we're trying to build towards, that is what is going to lead us on the path in the direction that we need to be walking as we move into these new karmic chapters.